Do you ever wonder why some gardens seem to thrive effortlessly, while others struggle with pests, weak plants, and disappointing harvests? Well, here's the secret. It's not just luck. It's companion planting. And if you do it right, your garden will flourish with bigger harvests, healthier plants, and fewer pests. Sound good? Let's get started. So, what is companion planting? It's a simple gardening trick where certain plants help each other grow better. Some plants protect their neighbors from pests, some improve soil quality, and others boost flavor. It's nature's way of teamwork, and when you understand it, your garden will thrive like never before. Take tomatoes and basil, for example. Basil doesn't just make your spaghetti sauce taste amazing, it also keeps bugs away from your tomatoes. Marigolds do the same for many vegetables, repelling unwanted pests while adding a splash of color to your garden. And beans? They pull nitrogen from the air and put it into the soil, making it richer for plants like corn and squash. But here's the thing, not all plants get along. Some actually stun each other's growth. For example, planting onions near beans can slow down their growth. Knowing which plants to pair and which ones to separate is the key to making companion planting work. Another great example is carrots and radishes. Radishes grow quickly and loosen up the soil, making it easier for carrots to grow deep. Similarly, planting lettuce under taller plants like tomatoes gives them much-needed shade during hot summer days. And let's not forget flowers. Sunflowers provide support for climbing plants like cucumbers, while nasturtiums attract aphids away from your vegetables. Every plant has a role, and by pairing them wisely, you create a balanced, self-sustaining garden that requires less effort and fewer chemicals. So if you want a healthier, more productive garden, start thinking about how your plants can help each other. Experiment with different combinations, observe what works, and soon you'll see the incredible benefits of companion planting. Let's talk about what makes this technique so powerful. There are 3 major benefits. Bigger yields, certain plants actually help others grow faster and stronger. For example, tomatoes and basil, a perfect pair. Basil makes tomatoes taste better and keeps bugs away. Natural pest control, ever notice how some gardens have almost no pests? That's because of smart planting. Marigolds, for example, keep away aphids and nematodes. And planting onions next to carrots? Say goodbye to carrot flies. Healthier soil plants like beans and peas add nitrogen to the soil, making it richer and better for other plants. It's nature's way of keeping the ground fertile without needing artificial fertilizers. Stick around, because I'm going to explain it all to you. Some plants work well together while others do not. Get the pairings right, and your garden will thrive. Get them wrong, and you could be making things harder for yourself. Let's take marigolds. These flowers do more than just brighten up your garden, they help protect your vegetables by keeping away pests. If you plant them near tomatoes, they can help keep harmful bugs at bay. On the other hand, beans and onions don't do well together. Plant them apart to avoid stunting growth. Another smart pairing is basil and tomatoes. Not only does basil enhance the flavor of tomatoes, but it also repels insects that can damage your plants. Similarly, carrots and onions make a great team. The strong smell of onions helps keep carrot flies away, and in return, carrots help loosen the soil for onions to grow better. But be careful, some combinations can cause problems. Corn and tomatoes, for example, should not be planted together because they attract the same pests. Keeping them apart can help prevent infestations. If you want to make the most of companion planting, start with a simple plan. Choose a few key plant pairings and experiment with them in your garden. Over time, you'll learn what works best for your space and conditions. So, whether you're planting flowers, vegetables, or herbs, remember that how you arrange them can make a big difference. Try these tips, and you'll set your garden up for success. Now, let's get into some easy-to-implement plant pairings you can try right away. Tomatoes and basil. Basil boosts tomato growth, enhances flavor, and keeps pests like mosquitoes and whiteflies away. Carrots and onions. Carrots keep away onion flies, and onions protect carrots from carrot flies. Peas and lettuce. Peas provide shade for lettuce, keeping it cool in the summer heat. Cucumbers and radishes. Radishes keep cucumber beetles away, which can destroy cucumber plants. If you're in the USA, these pairings work in most growing zones, so no matter where you are, you can give them a try. Now that you know some great plant combos, let's talk about technique. Just planting things next to each other isn't enough, you need to do it right. Spacing matters. Some plants need more space to grow, while others like to be close together. For example, lettuce grows well in the shade of taller plants, but if you put two sun-loving plants too close, they'll compete for light. Use natural barriers. Planting strong-smelling herbs like rosemary or lavender around your garden can help keep pests away from your vegetables. Encourage airflow. Mixing different plant heights prevents overcrowding and reduces disease. Tall plants like corn provide structure, while low-growing plants like squash spread out and protect the soil. So, how do you actually set this up in your own garden? Start small. You don't need to change everything, just add a few companion plants and see the difference. Observe your garden, notice what pests are common in your area, and choose companion plants that help keep them away. Plan your layout. Draw a simple sketch of where each plant will go based on their needs and benefits. Test and adjust. Gardening is all about learning. If something isn't working, try a different pairing next season. For small gardens, vertical planting is a great trick. Grow peas or beans up a trellis and plant lettuce or radishes underneath to save space. Do you have a raised bed? Edge it with marigolds to keep pests away. Companion planting isn't just about individual pairings, it's about balance. The more variety you have, the healthier your garden will be. Mix flowers with vegetables, add pollinator-friendly plants like sunflowers, and rotate your crops each season to keep the soil rich. Think of your garden as a community. Every plant has a purpose. Some attract helpful insects, some protect, and some feed the soil. When everything works together, your garden practically takes care of itself. So, imagine this, a garden full of healthy, thriving plants. No more fighting pests. No more weak, struggling crops. Just big, flavorful harvests with minimal effort. That's the magic of companion planting. And now, it's your turn. Try out one or two of these plant pairings in your garden this season. See what works for you. Experiment, have fun with it, and let nature do the heavy lifting. If you found this useful, hit that like button. It really helps get this info out to more gardeners. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite companion plant pairing? Or do you have a gardening challenge you need help with? Let's build a thriving garden community together. And if you want more simple, effective gardening tips, don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more coming your way. Happy planting, and I'll see you in the next one.